It's a stadium so big, you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. We've got ourselves a fight in this one to get back above 500. Week 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest. And runs like that gets the ball rolling.
He's going to be hauled down after a small pickup. Maybe got 4 yards left. And that's going to give Dallas the first down. Another run for Williams. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Dak to the air here. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he's going to get this one ahead for what looks to be about 20 yards, maybe even a little more, and that first down.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And that hit breaks up the catch. Takes us to 3rd down. A whole lot of contact on both ends on that play, Brock. A good look to even find him with that throw, but the hit just too much.
I think I've seen about everything on a practice field. You know, one thing I've never seen, Kate, is somebody getting hit while getting the catches on the jugs machine. You just can't do it. There's no way to really practice those just contested, competitive catches. He couldn't reel it in. You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Just kind of a confidence builder. That offense drives it down, special teams does their job, and now the defense is going to take the field with the lead.
Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of running. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Trying down the middle with Henry. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. That is good for a Baltimore first down. Fed him on back-to-back plays, Brock, and he's got them moving now on this opening series.
Yeah, he's not needed any time at all to find his groove and settle in. This should set the table for the rest of the day.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice game.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust,
yeah.
right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Throwing on second, Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. Stop finally made, but well downfield. Picked up about 24 before it. That's going to set up a Ravens first down. Well, last week he was one of the many guys held in check in that loss, right, Brock? But there's an early catch towards a hopefully better overall effort in this one.
Ultimate team sport. It's never about any individual, but it's about the whole group. A lot of people got to step up this week, and it's a good way to start it.
Brings it in with space in the secondary. Toward the pylon, and he is in! Touchdown, Ravens! Mark Andrews from 31 out. This is where you always want to be standing end of your first drive, Brock. And, hey, even more so when you're chasing these early season wins.
You know what comes to my mind as you say that, Kate, is just stacking. We hear this from coaches all the time. Stacking practice days, stacking good reps. Ultimately, stacking drives together like that, and you know helps you stack wins.
Starting from the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Taken down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Dak. That's caught by Williams. And they've got a first down. Getting a gain of 13 on that previous play.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Now Dak to throw. Into the hands of Pickett. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. Lead now up to a field goal. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. They get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. This is Henry to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now. Now you take these types of results as early wins in a game, Brock, both in getting their running back started and getting your guys to start winning that battle up front, too.
Moving a man against his will and doing it right from the jump, that often portends to good things offensively.
And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. And that one's not going to be caught. Could have extended the drive, but the defender timed it perfectly, breaks it up. That means it's 4th down. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. On is the former all-conference return man from nearby TCU, Kevontae Turpin. Collects this at the 32. And it ends up a good return for them, up past their own 40.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, first and 10. They pick the hands off. Now Prescott. Got a man. It's Flanoy. And his effort after the catch gets him up near that marker. Gain of 9, Gronk. It's second down. We've reached the end of the first quarter. Scoreboard shows 10-7. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at second and pretty short. Up the gut they go with Williams. Forward progress stops. Play winds up going for about 6. That's good for the first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down from the 42. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Travis Jones, the man in on that tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Down the field, he's got Lamb. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. It helped set his target up and put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Big play sets him up pretty here with first and goal from the 5. From the red zone on first. Forced out to his right. They're after him, and they're going to take him down. Way behind the line of scrimmage. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's now second and goal.
Second down, here's Dak. Looking end zone, but way too much on it. It goes through and incomplete. That's going to bring up third and goal. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Following the false start penalty, here's third down and longer. Prescott set to pass. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
The Cowboys field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good, wide left. And they are unable to double their lead.
Goal to go, and to come away with nothing. Zip, zilch, nothing. It's not all on him for missing the kick. He could shoulder the blame with the 11 other guys who couldn't find the end zone on first, second, even third and goal.
He'll get about 4 yards as that brings up second down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Jackson to throw on second. Tries to lob that one up, but it's intercepted. Jerome Land has it.
Kate, this guy is dispelling one of those narratives out there, and you know what that is. The DBs are simply receivers that can't catch. You throw it this guy's way, he's bringing it in.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, first and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he'll question he won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on first down.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
On second down, a run with Williams. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Prescott now to throw on third down. That's Ferguson. He brings it in. Small gain on the play, maybe 4 yards. And that's going to give the Cowboys a first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the
Prescott to
46-yard
throw.
line.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Now here's Prescott. This one's reeled in downfield by Ferguson. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down. The damage already done as they pick up that first down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
First down here for Dak. And he's up over 150 yards passing thanks to that previous completion. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down coming from Prescott. Target is there, but it is incomplete. Defender saying, not on my watch. Making a hit to force that to the ground. It's third down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here he goes, third and long. That is caught. He's got Lamb. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Dallas first down. And we won't see another play here, Brock, as the clock reaches 2 minutes to go. Cowboys with the lead here at AT&T. All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10. To throw is Prescott. Cut near the goal line. And he gets on. Touchdown, Dallas. Jake Ferguson finishing off a 9-play scoring drive with 6. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. This one splits the uprights. It is good. That makes this a 10-point game.
17. Brandon 7. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. Things going well so far. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up first and 10. Lamar off the play fake. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
Jackson's pass
First play of the drive, Brock, you always tell me that's always the start of a new battle, and defense wins round one in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right? You
Yeah.
got to now put yourself in a manageable third down after lack of execution on first.
This is Henry on second. He hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up third down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
This one's going to line up incomplete. He had him over the middle for a second, but he was muscled off that catch. It brings about fourth down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it.
And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. To throw, Prescott. The look was there, but the catch is not. Contact deep downfield, and that's enough to pop that one out. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Back to throw, here's Dak. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
He owned up to his share of the blame for the loss last week. We heard it, right? Building up to this one. He took accountability after those 3 interceptions. But at some point, you just simply can't be a mistake repeater.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. You are really hung out to dry defensively when you're starting in the red zone, right, Brock? So nice to see him get an early win there on first down.
That's right. They call it sudden change. And defensively, you want a sudden stop.
He's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Josh Cuevas. His first career touchdown in the NFL. How about it? Point after by Leap is up and good. And they trail by 3.
17. Ravens 14.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And that's where they'll begin the drive following the return.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
You've set it downs for them from the 31. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Prescott will look to throw. And he's going to go down. They haul him to the turf at the 21. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Prescott. Absolutely fires this one right side. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Looking for George Pickens that time. So that brings up 4th and long. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, partner. I know you always do, but it felt like maybe that was one of their last gasps to get into field goal range before we hit halftime.
Yeah, you kind of look at both sides. Defense is doing all they can to prevent that thing from being thrown over their head, and can the offense find some way to puncture that defense to get into that field goal range?
At their own 33-yard line.
Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And they're in there to take him down after a gain of 12. And that's going to bring up the Ravens 1st down. They get the timeout called. We've got 5 seconds remaining in the half. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Running once more with Henry. That's a big gain on this play. Give him about 19 yards and the 1st down, too. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Tyler Loop after the Ravens to attempt this field goal. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. First call here coming from the shotgun. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Gets him those 3 yards back, but it brings up 3rd and 10 now. So 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Vacates quickly left side. And no loss. That's incomplete, and that means it is 4th down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And that one goes out of bounds. Didn't really challenge for midfield at all. They're going to mark it inside the 45-yard line. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Straight ahead with Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Outlet Glenn makes the grab. Stops there, but that gets them the 1st. A big gain before the defense got to him. Looks like about 22 yards. Now Prescott. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Had a man in the area, Brock, but correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think he was trying to hit him there. It looked like he was just getting rid of that football.
Now, I'm not going to correct you. You're right. And that's really a compliment to this defense. You saw the guy. He had his man, but the coverage, well, it was too good, and he didn't trust that throw.
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And Things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Dak to the air here. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson. First return score. Now he's got a receiving one, too. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Ravens 17. Landon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. LaJohntay Wester to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
LaJohntay Wester on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Another run for Henry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Well, you taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
Run drawn up here for Lamar. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. It's a Baltimore touchdown. They broke out the design, run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it. Because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
This will end up as a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. Going left side, Williams with it. And he gets some decent yardage there before they send him out. Looks like about 6, so we've got 2nd and 4. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the ball. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
Taken in by Williams outright. Right there, the contact takes him to the sideline. It's going to be about a 22-yard gain. That is good for a Cowboy 1st down.
You want to know what keeps most of these defensive coordinators up during game week and preparation, Kate? It's just plays like that. It's quarterbacks being able to extend the play. It puts so much doubt into that defense and that defensive coordinator, too.
Well, there's another one to Williams. And he gets home. Touchdown, Dallas. Devontae Williams. And that is touchdown number 20 of his NFL career. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Sent right down the middle and good. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's Wester on the return. And he's out of bounds up across the 25.
Wester on the return. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. Stops there, but that gets them the first. A big gain before the defense got to him. Looks like about 22 yards.
A gain of 22 yards.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. This one left for Lamar. And he hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it in addition to slinging it all over the field.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Here's Lamar. Pressure coming, and they take him down. Bobby Okereke. And it's going to be 6 to go now on this 3rd down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Throw here, 3rd down. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. He's going to be stopped after a gain of 9. That was what they needed. First down coming up.
Gain of 9 yards.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. It's just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. A designed run. Jackson keeping it. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, he'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in my double digits, and they nearly got it there.
And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typical QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
He'll set up the screen for Henry. Fights his way through a tackle. Hit there, driven out of bounds. Gain of about 8 before it. And that is good for a Baltimore first down.
They call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection. Set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
2nd down. Here's Lamar. And he gets it away, but nowhere close to that target. Incomplete. Quick thinking just to get rid of it there, Brock, but no chance. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And air it out on 3rd. And there it is. Touchdown, Ravens. Mark Andrews. First return scored. Now he's got a receiving one, too. Here's Luke for the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. We are all tied up.
31.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Turpin with a return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Cowboys take over first and 10
Just getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Now it's Williams. He's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now Deck to throw. Got it, man. It's Flanard. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback goes man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Running for the marker with Williams. Has the 1st and more past midfield. And he's brought down at the 44. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Prescott set to pass. It is caught left side. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. For the point after, here's Aubrey. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. This one sent up for Lamar. And he needed his 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
Escapes the pocket. To the left side, caught by Andrews. They rally to him after a gain of about 7. That effort enough. They haven't got the 1st down. All set to go now from the 35. Henry running to the left. Breaks through and breaks away. And he got what he could there. Call it about 4 yards on 1st down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Flying down the middle with Henry. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D-tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocked down that runner.
It is almost picked off. He had the interception, but he couldn't hang on. Will, though, still bring up 4th down. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And they could really use a good one here. And they'll bring him down, but some nice damage done on that First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Dak. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And he is down all the way to that 15-yard line.
I can guarantee you that's going to be until the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
Give to Williams from the gun. Caught a half dozen on that run block. It's second down.
Nothing too fancy there. That is just some good physical football from a back. He knows how to read his blocks, Kate, keep himself square, and go get those tough yards.
Second down, here's Dak. Touchdown, Dallas! His third of the year. That is his sixth passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Send right down the middle and good. They bump their lead up to 14.
Score Cowboys 45, Ravens 31. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Showing a little burst so far. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. This is Henry to start the drive. And the defender finally gets there, but not before a big gain. 18 yards on that play. That's going to set up the Ravens' first down. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to it. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that's good for a Ravens first down.
Yak, yak, yak. That's what it's all about in this league as a running back. Can you get those hard yards after initial contact? This dude just got it done.
Couldn't get the play off in time. We've arrived at our 2-minute warning. Ravens losing by 14. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's first and 10. They run it with King Henry. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. They send the tight end in motion. Working on second down. Lamar. The left side is nabbed by Bateman. They give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch, and hit out there quickly.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Has it downfield working the left. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up second and goal.
That incompletion does one thing, Kate, gives everybody a chance to take a little breath really on both sides. And offensively in that huddle, I'm reminding my guys, play fast, but not in a hurry. Play fast, but never rush.
To the end zone, but incomplete. That play's going to force third and goal.
As quarterback in these situations, you know you don't have much margin and you don't have much time. So that means every once in a while you're going to make some throws, put your guys in harm's way that you otherwise would not.
And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. All right, going to get a 2-point try here, Brock. Jackson gets his offense lined up.
The Ravens will line up for the
He'll look to throw it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
That is tremendous defense. First and foremost, you've got to defend against the run on this short of the field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, boy, that is a huge win for the defense.
And this kick is brought in by the Cowboys, and that should be enough to secure them this win.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Oh, he lost the football! And they jump on top of it. Ooh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So we have a pause here. Inside 2 minutes, all reviews come from the booth. And they want to take one more look. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Up the gut they go with Williams. Trying to fight free, he can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They stay on the ground with Williams. He's going to gain a good chunk of yards here. Looks like about 6, but it still brings up 4th down. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. The Cowboys signaling for their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. Ryan Anger, the one to send it away. And this punt lands in the end zone for a touchback. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Going with King Henry here. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a 1-possession game